I wanted to share with you today a bit about rising strong through the chakras, how to create a life of inner freedom and transform trauma in 90 days. Now, I originally created this program because I had experienced great healing from a bunch of different modalities: yoga, mindfulness, trauma therapy and nervous system regulation, and Brene Brown's Rising Strong process. So today what I really want to talk to you about is what that transformation looked like for me and how I can offer it to you to support your own healing and growth. So there are 3 pillars to rising strong through the chakras. The first is compassionate curiosity. How many of you have ever done any personal work and you discover these patterns, you learn something about your family, you learn something about yourself, and then all of a sudden you start judging yourself more? It's like, oh, I should have known better. I should have done this differently. I should have done that differently. Well, the thing is, we can't really do a whole lot of work and growth when we're discovering things about ourselves, when we're uncovering what's in those shadows, doing that shadow work, if we're going to be continually mean and hard on ourselves. So a key aspect of rising strong through the chakras is compassionate curiosity. The second part is radical integrity. Now, these are 2 words that are very specific. Radical meaning we go to the root of our struggle. We go to the root of our hurt. We go to the root of our pain. We go to the root of where we get stuck, where we feel out of alignment. Now, integrity I really take from Brene Brown's definition, where we choose courage over comfort. We choose what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy. And we choose to practice our values rather than just professing them. So this program really helps us uncover the various ways we get out of alignment within our relationship with ourselves, with others, with the world, and out of alignment in our thoughts, in our behaviors, in our emotions. And where do we get unstuck? And that becomes the last part, with nervous system regulation as the 3rd pillar. Now, as a trauma therapist, I find it so important to get curious, compassionately curious, about the wisdom and insight of our nervous system. Now, often our various thoughts, our feelings, our sensations, our behaviors are all intimately connected as survival patterns. They're trauma responses that, well-intended, are trying to keep us safe. However, often the acute part of our lack of safety may not be present. Now, it very well may be, but often when we're doing this work, we are reliving and we are playing out patterns from the past, survival mechanisms of the past, behavioral responses that no longer serve us, that are out of alignment with our radical integrity. And so through Rising Strong through the chakras, we apply Brene Brown's Rising Strong process, where we reckon with those different emotional hooks that we experience, where we get stuck in past patterning. We rumble with the various emotions in these relationships. And here's where we draw in some of that chakra theory. We get curious, as chakras are these different doorways into perception, as we explore various relationships in our life. Relationships with our family, with our partners, with our own self, with healthy confidence rather than ego that is a power over energy and rather comes to this confident power with engagement. And so by exploring all of these various emotions, various relationships, we gotta kind of get curious about what stories are we telling ourselves about these various relationships. Again, whether they're relationship with ourselves, relationship with others, or relationship with the world. And throughout these 90 days, there are practices for your body through mindful movement and yoga, for your mind, meditation practices, for your heart, journaling activities, and then for your spirit in different breathwork practices, so we can really help navigate and regulate the nervous system. I have found that in the deepest, most profound healing for myself personally, as well as for clients professionally, requires an integrated and holistic approach. If we are exploring patterns of the mind, but we're not exploring emotions, if we're not exploring behaviors, if we're not exploring what comes up in our body, then that approach, in my humble opinion, is incomplete. Any approach to healing or wellness without honoring all four parts of ourself, our body, mind, heart, and spirit, I truly feel is incomplete in one way or another. So throughout Rising Strong Through the Chakras, it is a holistic approach to honor all parts of yourself, where we get to experience compassionate curiosity to see where we get stuck, where those different old narratives, shame tapes, or stories of limiting beliefs that are keeping us stuck and feeling small. We explore radical integrity. How do we really uncover what our why, our passion, our purpose is? And then how do we uncover what gets in the way of us living it out, of us fulfilling our heart's desires, of us believing that we are worthy of love and belonging exactly as we are? And again, doing this all through the lens of nervous system regulation, a trauma-informed approach, so that Rising Strong Through the Chakras is a program that can heal trauma and create a life of inner freedom in 90 days. I would love to share this program with you. Next 90-day program is going to launch at the end of this summer. And if you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out. I'm going to be having some mini courses coming up to share about what this program can provide in your healing journey. What stood out to you most about this idea when you think about compassionate curiosity, radical integrity, and nervous system regulation? What stands out to you most? As you explore practices for your body, mind, heart, and spirit, where do you find yourself getting stuck? What practices do you feel would serve you? I would love to hear from you, and I would love to share this work for you and to share it with you, offer it to you, and share it with you. Please feel free to find me on Mindful Therapy with Carrie and Rising Strong Through the Chakras. Again, I hope this work serves you, and I can't wait to see all the positive effects that it may have in creating a life of inner freedom for you. We'll see you all soon. Bye for now.